Hey guys, it's ATW9495 here, and after I bought this truck back in right at my birthday, so right at about August 31st. I've had it for, since August, so that's September, October, November, December, and now it's January. So, actually you've seen a lot of videos from me, so I figured it was time for a follow-up review. With the body off here, you'll see all that I've actually done to the truck. What all has been replaced? Most of the stuff that's been replaced has been because of my own silly mistakes. This is a Futaba S3001. Maybe it's a 3010, I can't remember. But it's a Futaba servo. It's a very good upgrade. A lot of people talk about the stock servo being fairly slow. If you want a good, fast, relatively inexpensive, I think it was about $25 servo, this one it'll turn the wheels on just any surface. I mean, it's got plenty of torque, and it's also very, very responsive. You'll see it's pressed and sealed for a little bit of weather resistance. This is an HPI RF1 AM 27 MHz receiver. I'll give you that there. It's only been replaced because the old receiver in my Pro Pulse quit, so I had to steal the receiver out of it and put this one in here. Other than that, no problems. This speed controller has been a really good one. It is the stock ECX 1070. I don't know if my camera will focus or not. Yeah. It's been pressed and sealed. It's worked great. As you can see, I was dumb and cut those wires way too short to steal the battery connector. Not the best idea. In addition to what else has been replaced as far as wear and tear, the steering was probably also my fault. It got way more than the stock amount of play in it. So I replaced the servo saver. I think the servo saver was replaced. I've replaced both rear axles. That was all my doing. That's landing. If you just land absolutely on that back wheel, you will break those axles. But they're both replaced. I replaced the motor, and it's got a new pinion gear on it. The motor, the 20 turn in it, never would have given out. It's still actually running in a Traxxas Rustler. So, what can you expect out of this truck in terms of durability? A lot. I mean, everyone said it. These pieces of it are thick. I've got a video on here, and I'll probably link to it now. But, I mean, this whole front suspension arm will just flex and bend and everything. So you can expect a lot out of durability. What can you expect in terms of speed? Stock, not much. I was very impressed with its stock, actually. Had a lot of torque. It would spin the tires. That just tickled me to death that it would do that. So, I mean, it's just good for what it is there. Speed and durability are perfect. In terms of upgradability, that is where this truck falls short. When I first got this thing, I got on Horizon Hobby's website, which is who carries these trucks, or who, it's under, their Electrix RC is under Horizon Hobby. They had aluminum shocks listed, had different tires listed, different wheels, and they were all due about a month from then, which was August, so it would have been about September. They're due in like the middle of February. They've been pushing these parts back and pushing them back. Now, replacement parts aren't hard to find, but if you want to upgrade this truck, you've got to go through the trouble of finding parts that will work with it, which isn't excessively hard because there are a lot of parts that will work with this truck because it uses a lot of standard components such as 12mm wheels and, well, I can't get the servo savers jammed, but they use 12mm wheels, and if you get a pack of Traxxas part number 1654 hub adapters and I can't remember the part number, the shims to make them fit right, be nice and snug, so don't have much play. You can run any 12mm wheel you want, and they offer dish wheels and a couple other things. I replaced the body with the blue one that I hacked up and just literally destroyed with a red one that I got off eBay. The bodies aren't bad. They look good on the truck, I think. I mean, they really could afford to be thicker. I put electric tape there so it holds on the body posts. That's one quick trick that you might want to try. And you can see these body posts, they're flipped around. They have that standard little flange there, right here. You see that? And I wound up grounding pretty much all the body post away, so I just cut those flanges off down here and flip the body post around, and it works great. So that ought to be a quick tip. The one upgrade I could probably recommend if you're a beginner, I mean, even if you just like this truck and you want just a little bit more out of it, get a 7-cell battery pack. You wouldn't believe the difference that that one cell makes. So, I mean, you got a great truck here for the price, 120 bucks. The Ruckus is about 130. It's probably a little bit slower, but I mean, you couldn't really ask much more out of this truck for the price. I've really had a lot of fun with it. I guess I could go over the controller over there. It's pretty basic. It's got dual rate for the steering, thankfully, so we're not that far behind the times. Reverses for the steering and throttle, and we're running 27 megahertz AM crystals. Trim knobs. It looks a little tacky, but I've never had any trouble with it at all. Range is pretty good. I mean, it's just a good controller, good truck. Good combo for $120. To all the haters out there hating on this truck just because, you know, it's for a beginner, I mean, look at where you were probably however many years ago you've been in RC. You were looking for a first truck, and I'm sure this price will probably come down after some time. So, I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, it's just a great deal for the money. I mean, you get oil-filled shocks, plastic bodies. They've never leaked on me once. I don't really see any problem with those, and I've just beat the living snot out of this thing. Rubber tires. People speculate these are a little stiff, but these fronts have not worn yet, so I mean, maybe they are, but they carve well. Chrome chips on the wheels, but I mean, that's just gonna happen. Rear tires have actually been replaced on this. They're pin spikes. They work well, but they could be replaced with something better. Never had one bit of trouble out of the transmission. Gear cover is warped. I will say that. I don't like that that's that way. It's actually been, I've been through 2 of them and they've both been warped, so it might be the case that's warped, but either way, I mean, no big deal. I can work around it. But I mean, really, what more do you want out of a truck? For the money, you can't really beat it. Ready to run, all in one box. It will get you through every new mistake you've made, or you can make, because I've made every one of them, cutting wires, doing silly things like that. But I mean, it's kept me through all those mistakes, and it's seen, you know, with this glad press and seal and just an over rapid press and seal, it's seen snow. It's been packed with snow when it wasn't press and sealed, and it's been in water. Now that was when it was press and sealed, but it's been in creek water, as you can see, when it was press and sealed. And I mean, no, I wouldn't recommend you do that, but I mean, I'm just saying, it takes abuse. It's really, there's truth in advertising. They really are hard to abuse. So I mean, there's just nothing you can really knock on this truck. It's tough, it's cheap. I mean, a little slow right now. I need to figure something out with the motor. I mean, I'd like to go brushless, but that's not really in the funds right now. But yeah, it's just really a good truck. So to all those out there looking for a nice cheap land vehicle, I'd like to have the Ruckus now because it's a monster truck, but this thing gets treated like a monster truck anymore. It's just a good choice. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. So anyone looking to get a good entry-level stadium truck, look no further than the Electrix RC, and don't shy away. I would wait until maybe the upgrade parts came out, but it's just a great truck. So thanks for watching, you guys. Built up level